the wood whirler is in. Let's get busy. Let's get going here. Let's go outside. All right, see, there's my pile of wood. Used to be one of them, but I sort of gathered them up. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to get back into making a big bowl. My daughter wants one, so I'm going to do it. So, yeah, as you can see, I got lots of big stuff out here. I mean, right there. That's persimmon right there. Okay, one I chose is going to be this one. And it's about 24 inches long and 14 inches in diameter. So I'm going to roll it out here and I'm going to cut the whole thing in two first. Maybe I'll get 4 blanks out of it. You know, this is a honey locust in case I didn't mention it. But anyway, it's a very, very pretty wood. And if I don't get onto some of this stuff, it's going to just rot because I can't get it out of the weather. Other than put a tarp on it, and I told you about that before. Had a tarp on it and went out here one day and pulled the tarp back, and there's a big old, about a 20-inch copperhead looking at me. So I said, nope, no more tarp. Well, it's on here and it's not very bad out of balance. I'm going to take it easy to begin with. I did find a rotten spot on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this corner down a little bit. It's about 300. And I'm going to stand to the side naturally. I don't think there's going to be some flying bark. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave my shirt on. That's why I like my jacket when I'm turning something rough. Oh, look at that. That's probably what come off. It got me. That don't work good. Alright, you can see it now. Right here. Here to here. Yeah, we're just going to wheel at it and see what happens. Okay, well, here's the deal. I think somehow I'm going to build something around here. I'm going to put a box in here. Probably 2 to 1. Well, it ought to be set up by now. I'm going to try to lightly skim it. Sometimes when you do that, you pull it out. I'm going to lightly skim it. If I have to, add a little more, I have to add a little more. And then I'm going to dish this out for a pedestal. Square that bottom off and put me a tenon in. And then we'll get her all sanded and treated and flip it around. Come on now. It don't look so bad. Looks like I maybe need to hit it a little bit more with a little bit more dust. and then sand it. I think that's the center. I'll tell you what, I gotta have a hole in the center anyway as a reference point for later on. When I get ready to cut that tenon off, make sure it's seated in there, see, so there you go. That's all I need. So I'm going to leave a foot out here, and then I'm going to come in here to there, and I'll sort of dippity-doo in there. Didn't think I'd done this before, wouldn't you? We're going to be putting a little mid-wax sanding sealer on. This is going to make it pop, 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 pop. You ready? And it's going to soak in, which is just wonderful. I want it to soak as much as possible. I actually believe this acts like a wood hardener. It's the only sealer I ever use. The only way I ever put it on. This is my 4th gallon. It's $50 a gallon at Amazon. If you buy it by the gallon, if you buy it by the quart, it comes to the neighborhood of about 20 bucks. So you're getting it at about half price. Then you take your paper towel and you want to sort of do it like this. You're not wiping it off, you're sort of rubbing it in. It's going to raise the grain the first time around, so you'll have to come back with some 320 on the first time, but that's the only time you'll have to do it. Unless you go through it, then you'll have to do it again in spots. I'll have to clean this tenon out before we put the chuck on. All right. I'm going to let that dry while me and Brandy have lunch. All right, coat number 1 is dry. I'm going to go ahead and fill it with some 320. Knock it back down, and we're going to put another one on it. Steel wool, unless I find a rough spot, then I'll have to touch it up. Already picking up, isn't it? All right. That's got to dry. All right, this is just 2 coats of mid-wax sanding sealer, and the second one I took it down to a Scotch-Brite pad. Look, I've already got a nice shine on it. There are a lot of people who would quit right here. Not me. I'll be back. That's number 3. I'll be back to number 4 pretty soon. I think I'll wait till I get the inside done before I put the polyacrylic on. Because you never know, you never know, you might screw it up and you have to fix it. I'm not even going to mess with video in this because you guys have seen this so many times. Well, time to start the inside. I got my just in case safety guard in there. It says Life Center Jacobs chuck with just a steel rod in it. And it didn't go all the way to the bottom. Purpose is if this comes off, it can't come out. Okay, where are we? going to be using the Beaver, naturally. There's some pretty nasty areas right in here. We'll just have to see how it goes. Stand aside. Let's see, I'm going to go down here. I think I do. I have a speed control down this far in. That what keeps me from crossing the line of fire. Yeah, I decided I'm going to finish it tomorrow. Tired. Just tired. Well, I'll try to hold the talking to a minimum, but you're just going to have to forgive that fan. I've got some other solutions in mind, but they're not here yet. But it's supposed to be in the mid-90s today with a heat index of 110. So even though I got the shop closed up and the air going in the other room, it's better. I put a thermometer in here. I remember where I put it. Let's see what it is in here now. It's fairly early in the morning. It is almost 80 right here now. Right here, where we're standing. Okay, I'm going to put a ceiling fan right there. I ordered a real quiet industrial one, so we'll see. So anyway, negative rate scraper. I'm going to clean up, there's some tool marks right here and a couple places here to around these corners a little bit more. And then we'll get on with the sanding. Okay, sandpaper time. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm not going to record it. I'll show you when I get done. I mean, look at it this way. Once you've seen sanding, you've seen sanding. Like flying an airplane. Once you've flown, you've flown. That's why I don't fly no more. Okay, I'm going to cut you off. Catch you later, alligator. All right, well, I've got all my sanding done. I see these people say it takes them 2 or 3 hours to sand. I'm telling you guys, if I spend over 15 minutes, that's a long time. You know, I think you lessen your sanding if you do a better job turning, and I try to really get it down to where it almost don't need sand. In some cases, it really doesn't. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my finishing procedure. And I'm going to bring you in at the beginning of each step of it. Now what I've got here, it looks like milk, but what it is Minwax sanding sealer, water-based. And I will put at least 3 coats, maybe more on here until I feel like I got a good build-up. And then I'll follow that up got much of this left. I hope I got enough. I got more ordered. I'll follow that up with about 2 coats of this. It's a polyacrylic water-based. I like water-based. I'm lazy. I like easy cleanup. And then I'll follow that up. Well, between each one of the coats, or whatever it is, I'll steel wool and Scotch-Brite it. Except on the first coat of sand and cedar, I'll have to come in here with 320 because it's going to raise the grain, just on the first one. So let's get started. This is the first coat on the inside. The outside already has 3 coats on it, but I'm gonna lay a few more on it just for grins. I mean, while I'm here, why not, right? All right, we're gonna see a change. Here we go. This is honey locust. I've been spelling it wrong for years. I didn't think it had a T on the end, because I thought it was locust. But actually, maybe the T silent, but it's locust. I always thought the locust was a bug. But I looked it up. I finally broke in and looked it up after somebody pointed it out to me. So I got like 3 coats on the inside and like maybe 5 on the outside. But the outside, I just used the wet paper towel from the inside to wipe it so they're not soaking coats. Because it already had 3 on it or 4. So now what I'm going to do is, and I don't have much of it left. I hope I got enough. I'm going to put on 2 coats of this polyacrylic protective finish. It's water-based also. I may not put 2, I may put 1. I don't know. We'll see. But the reason I like this is if you've got some like low spots or something where all these fixes are, this is naturally shiny. So even when you go to steel wood and buff it, and you're not hitting that, it'll still shine down in there. So yeah, not necessary, but you know, I sort of like doing it. And you can't linger with it. That is one thing about it. You gotta put it on and leave it alone. It dries. Well, I don't know the speed, you know, but it dries fast. You know, probably a good idea to put 2 coats because you always find a little spot that you missed, you know? I don't know how some of these people keep their lids so clean. I don't. This is Axe Paste. You can look at my comments and you'll see a code. I don't remember what it is offhand. So anyway, I'm going to lay this on it. And I always use a Scotch pad. I'll be pretty generous with it. Now I'll turn it down to about as slow as it goes. This lathe only goes 60 is the lowest. Right there, 61. And the purpose of this is just to make sure that it's good and covered. And do a little sanding. Now I speed it up a little bit. Nothing too excitable yet. That doesn't come until I get ready to take the paste off. What you have to do here, hope you can hear it over the fan. Someday I'll get that problem hooked. Enough lens. Alright, then we're going to get a clean paper towel. We're going to start taking it off. just semi-clean them and clean it again. You won't do this till you're not picking up any of the paste. Just make sure you got it all off. And it's still getting it. See that? But I'm also sanding. And I'm going to go get 2 paper towels. This is what gives it that velvet feel. And you see the shine growing. Nice and clean. Getting a little, not much. It doesn't even look like it needs any polish, does it? Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You can't tell me that Axe paste don't work better than any of them. You just can't do it. I've been doing this stuff for years. And I'm here to tell you, this is the best it gets. I'm not even sure I want to put some polish on it, but I am. I wouldn't be mad at me if I didn't. So I'm gonna. I usually do this twice, but I may not on this one because this has already achieved a magnificent shine. Now we're going to go through the same procedure here, basically. Alright, my wife gave me a whole bunch of these microcloths, and I'm going to use it, but let me tell you right now, when you grip it, you don't want nothing hanging over. Grip it between your thumb and your fingers like this. So if it does grab, it'll pull it out, okay? Important, very important. I believe that's covered. Holy smokes, look at that. I mean, just look at that. I mean, just look at that. You guys seeing what I'm seeing? I'm afraid to touch it. Oh my goodness. I mean, whew, what a shine. Love it. All right. When you get her off, flip her around, get that tenon off. See you in a few minutes. Well, here you go, guys. It's all done. Honey Locust Pedestal bowl is 12 inches on the inside, 3.5 inches deep. I think it turned out really nice, even with all the rotten spots, but you can't find them now. It's really smooth, Axe paste on there, nice, nice, nice. I did the bottom differently this time a little bit. You can see. Can you see here? I think that's sort of neat. That's the tenon. I sort of rounded it, hollowed it out, put my little business card logo in there, and put a little tabletop epoxy around it. And then I burned this in and that in. Polished her up with some polyacrylic and some Axe paste and polish, and there you have it. The inside is gorgeous. The outside has lots of features. It even looks, see, oh, this was the rotten stuff right here. it really turned out nice. A little hint of that gold epoxy. But considering all the, I guess you could call them missteps, I think it turned out really nice. It's pretty heavy, but the bottom is thick. I'm concerned about it cracking, but if it does, it does. I'll fix it. At least I didn't get another hole in the wall, did I? So there you have it. I'm going to take a few stills here, and we'll wrap this sapsucker up. So subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Tell your friends, and we'll catch you on the rebound. And don't forget, call your mama. She wants to hear from you, I'm sure. Bye-bye. The wood burner has left the building.